the Madworks garage. This is my 1968 Bedford CA Smith's ice cream van. I've got it in the workshop a bit early because I've got other restorations I'm doing at the moment, but we have a bit of a weekender going on this weekend at our place for all the Bedford CA lot that we know, so it has had to come out of the way so I can get the other vans out of the storage containers. So we've brought it in here, and the object of the exercise today for me is to get this running, driving, moving in and out without me having to push it, because it's really heavy, and pushing it on your own is no fun. And since I spend a lot of my time on my own in here, it needs to be able to be moved. So it does run, as you probably know. So what I've got to do is get the petrol tank cleaned out, make sure the pump's working okay. I need an exhaust pipe on it because it's blowing like mad. We need to get some hoses and some water in the radiator, and that should be it. I've loosened up all the gear linkages because they were all seized up, but they're now all moving around. I managed to select second and reverse and a third, but no first yet. So we'll see what we've got to do with that. But that's about it really. So I'm going to try and get it running and driving, moving around, that is. Obviously it's got no brakes, but the handbrake does work. And I think that's probably a lot of the reason why it's so heavy, because it's binding like mad, so I might have to loosen that off a bit and get that working. So yeah, there we go. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Okay, just a quick update on what we've been doing here on the hyperlapse. Okay, so at the moment I've just bypassed the heater by putting this hose on here. So it's just joined one to the other really. So new bit of hose, use the old clips, it doesn't matter for now. Everything will be replaced when the engine's all overhauled and serviced, or whatever you want to call it. But the good thing is there's no water leaks and the radiator is full of water. So we've got that sorted for now. Obviously, if I don't make a start on this van before winter, I'll have to put antifreeze in it. But the object of the exercise, obviously, is to get this thing moving around, so we don't have to push the thing. Got the coil sat there at the minute because the original coil, which is down there, is kaput. So this one works okay, so I need to bolt that up out of the way just for now. And we've also had the new battery arrive. I bought a new battery for it. Because, oh God, there's nothing worse, especially with an ice cream van that's got no door this side. I was struggling trying to get a jump pack on an old battery and fannying about like that, so I'm not doing that. I've got a new earth strap here because the one on here's past it, the other one's okay. So I'm going to fit a new earth strap, get the battery in, and then see how we go from there. All right. Right, I've connected the battery up, so let's just give it a flick and see if anything happens. Wanted to go straight away, so what we need is some fuel next, and we'll see if she'll tick over. I know, I'm not sure, sorry, whether the fuel pump's working, so I might have to disconnect the fuel pump there and put it into a can and see if we can get fuel up. But this hose that feeds the fuel is, for want of a better word, knackered. So we might have to change that first. Change that first and then try and get it working off the pump. If I can get it working off the pump, it might be a better, from a temporary tank, it might be better than trying to use the original tank without taking it out and cleaning it, if you know what I mean. But let's just see if we can put a bit of fuel in my temporary tank to see if it will run anyway. I know it's going to be noisy because the exhaust pipe is completely shot. I've got another exhaust pipe to fit to it, second hand one for now. So let's just see if we got a result with the running of the old girl. let it run for a little while and let the water get warm if it will run. Right. Try it with no choke, see what we've got. Okay, put some choke on. Okay. Half choke. Can you believe that it's charging? It's actually charging. That's just mad. Mad. Okay. Right, I need to turn the tick over up, I think, and just try and, because otherwise I've got to stand there and hold it, try and let it get warm. I seem to have a lot of water everywhere, but I think that's probably just blown out the top because there's no rag cap on it. So let's get a rag cap on there. Just see if I can get it ticking over without any problems. Yes, that's what we'll do. Okay, so we've got a rag cap on. I'm just going to go in here and adjust this tick over. You can see what I'm doing. Let's give it another go. whether you can hear me or not, but now running with no stroke, just on a high tick over. We'll let the heat get through the engine, okay? I want to get it warm. And what I'm going to do temporarily is just drain the oil out, change the filter, put the fresh oil in it. The oil seems a bit mad considering I'm not going to be using the van, but I'm using some fresh oil, driving in and out the workshop every day. Now I'd rather do that than not, for the sake of like 25 quid, worth doing. So, it's actually running very easily. So I think the timing's slightly out, so I'm going to adjust that next, it's going to make it sound a little bit better. The trouble is, I've got a temporary coil on there. I stick my arm down there, I'm going to get a jolt. There's wires all over the place. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to have to do is switch it off, and once it starts okay, obviously I'll just know we're alright. Just going to start it again. See, it's not starting okay on its own, so I think the timing's slightly too far retarded, maybe. So if we can turn it, I don't know whether it's loose or not, probably is. Not. Alright, get a spanner. Where are you? Okay. Let's see what I'm doing down here. It's all a bit mucky. And there's more hoses and you can shake a stick at because of the sink. It's attached to the radiator hoses. All a bit mad. Where are we? Where are you? There it is. I'm just going to loosen this off a little bit. Try to. It's the most awkward bolt to get to. If anyone's ever done their timing on their Bedford, they'll know this. It's a pain in that spanner. This is when it slips off and breaks my hand. Oh no, it's come undone. If I could see past the hoses, it'd be really useful. Right, that might be enough to move it. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Right, a bit of a phone call there. Right, I've advanced the timing slightly, so we'll see what happens now. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe it'll start straight away. Who knows? I could have done this off camera and then have made you think that I got it sorted straight away. So we'll see if get any luck. Wow, that was interesting. I'll turn the stick over now. Right, I found a wire here. It actually is the coil lead is a little loose, actually, which isn't helping the running of it, obviously, because if it's sparking and then not sparking, and sparking and not sparking, that's not going to help things at all. Power, no power. Go back with that time in a little bit. Stay there then. Interesting. I broke it. Well, that doesn't help, does it? Right, all these hoses just got jammed up in the fan. I'm going to bring the camera over and show you what I mean. Well, with these hoses, that is. We have a lot of extra hoses in this van. Because of the actually, you know, I think I might as well get them out. But I was leaving them in as a pattern to know where they went, because there's like loads of it. It's crazy. It's spaghetti junction. See if I can get these out. Oops. I need to take it off the other end as well. Yeah. Right. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Right, get my little tool. My little tool. Right. If anyone has ever cut hose or two, you know, a hose or two, you always hack it with a hacksaw or Stanley knife or something like that. It's a pain in the butt. Invest in one of these, right? With this, you can cut it straight or you can cut angles, whatever you like. It's just brilliant. Okay, so look, this is how easy it is. Dead straight, dead perfect. Stanley blade, so if the blade gets knackered, you can just change it over. You can cut 45 degrees just by putting it at 45 degrees. Where is it? 45 degrees, so straight in like that. 45 degrees, any degree you like, 75, 80, whatever. Anyway. Doesn't matter about the hose, it's all got to be thrown away anyway. So we're going to take this inside and cut the hoses off at the back. Now we should be able to remove the spaghetti junction of hoses, hopefully, and that will stop it all getting in the bloody way. Oh, and there's a lot of old water coming out of there. Right, that's that wire. Let's put that about the way. There we go. Look at this lot. So there. All that is what fed the sink and the heater and everything else. So I'm going to have to hang on to that, because obviously I've got to put it all back when the restoration's done. Bring it back that. One good thing is there's a lot of room in the back to put your rubbish. Right, so that's off there, that's disconnected from there. So now we have a lot of room and I can actually see what I'm doing. That's mad. Right, so I need to hook this coil up somewhere as well. I just want to double check. And I think what we'll do is make a new wire whilst we're at it, because this is a bit pulverised, to be fair. Things like this are a nightmare, so you might as well do it properly to start with. Get that out of there. Right, so the offending wire. Okay, so I'll knock one of those up quick and then we'll come back to it. Right, we're back again and new wire made. So we'll pop that on and that should cure the problem of it falling off and playing around and stuff. I know you can't really see what I'm doing here, but not really much to see. Let's push that in there. That out of the way. So, you know, these get got at, don't they, over the years, and get wires everywhere. It's not very pretty down there either. And don't you just love Scotch locks? Not. Right, so we have that connected now, new wire. Need to hook that up out the way. If I can tuck that behind there, that would work. Out the way. One minute. That in there. Gonna sit in there. A little blighter. Right. Right, now all being well, that's all right there, sort of out the way. All being well, that should all, it should fire up now. I'm gonna have a go. What about that then? That sounds better. Laugh, haven't you? Even the thing's charging. Just going to show you. Hopefully it'll start again. So we've got ignition light. Okay, typical. I'll have enough hands now to throttle it, and right, let's try that. Oh, that's just typical, isn't it, really? Are we out of fuel? Take my little petrol tank 6000. Oh, there's a little drop of fuel in there, should be enough. Okay. Let's put you back on the thing and we'll have another go. Nice picture of my hand. There you go. What are you doing? Lights out. Woohoo! There you go. Okay, that's interesting. The thermostat's not opened yet, and I thought that probably wouldn't work, but it obviously does. Right, we're going to let it run now until it runs out of fuel. Believe that the headlights work. Amazing. You wouldn't believe the headlights would work, would you? I suppose that was too much to ask. The back lights don't work. Okay, calm down. Coil has earthed itself out. That's what cut that out. A bit of a bit of a spark. Holding water, no problem. Getting the thermostat work. They're pretty much starting on the key. All good. New battery fitted, new earth. Now tomorrow I'm going to change the exhaust for another one. Second-hand one for now. I'm doing that. And then we see if we can't get rid of this temporary petrol tank. If he's not getting running on his own, on his own petrol tank, then we'll put something one inside, feeding through the pump. I'm pretty chuffed with that. And then also tomorrow, if I get time, we'll have the back end up and see if we can get all the gears. Basically, see where we are with it. I mean, I probably won't be able to touch it for probably another 3 or 4 months, but you know, at least I know where I am and what I'm going to get and everything else. So there you are. So we're going to be running out of petrol now. I'm going to turn it off because I want to save a tiny little bit just to move it forward. I know it gets second, so I should be able to move it forward a little bit. The clutch is alright, by the way, we know that much. So there you are. So let's just put that up a bit. Yeah, so tomorrow, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I've got to go on the school run, so I can't do any more today. Tomorrow I'm going to change the exhaust so it doesn't sound like a tractor. We're going to have a look at the petrol tank and see if we can get it running on its own. Fuel tank, if not a temporary tank inside through the pump to get rid of this. The petrol tank 6060 plus 1. And yes, and that would be cool, won't it? Really cool. Really, really cool. Just before I sign off, I will just show you the other project we're working on at the moment, which is my campervan. Because I haven't done any video on that. I haven't had the chance. So let's take you off there and I'll take you over there. Okay. So this is my 1961 campervan, which we've been welding up and doing stuff because it needed a bit of restoration work. So it's had new arches both sides. I've repaired the front box there and made all new to go in there. So new seals. I've got rid of the step. I didn't want the step anymore. It was nothing but a pain. I must have cut my ankle and the kids cut their ankles a dozen times on it, so it's better off not being there. Put new rear arch in this side. It's got to be ground back yet. It's in. We've had new back doors, second-hand new ones anyway, that are really solid. New lower back panel, new upper back panel. I've welded the lower panel shut because I do not want it to open. For strength, for one thing, because they're a really bad design. The hinges rot and they don't open particularly well. So I've got a new thing for my spare wheel, which is a long bolt basically, and you don't need to open the back panel to take it in and out. So so that's that. I have got an idea of putting the spare wheel on the rear door with a bespoke bracket that we're designing and making at the moment. Whether I'll do that or not, I don't know. If not, it'll get used on one of my other vans. And this side's already done an infiller, this side, and the new door on the front. So the welding is complete on this van. So we're back on this one on Thursday and Friday. Doors run and shut perfectly now, which is lovely. There you are. So yes, I'm keeping the interior, incidentally, on this van completely original. So I'm not restoring anything inside. The headline and everything is staying just as it is. The cupboards and the carpet. It's coming to this point here with new paint. So all the dash will be done. It'll be all the front cab will be done and everything, apart from the original headline, in which I'm keeping like that. So I don't want to replace it. I love it as it is. Also, if we go in the back door, hang on, go in the back door, if you look up there on the headlining, the van has been signed by Jackson Sloan and the Rhythm Tones. Not everyone might know him or them, but he's a fantastic swing band. They are a fantastic swing band, and he's a fantastic singer. And my kids think he's wonderful, and they love his music. And they were in. We were at Vintage for Victory one year, and the band was in the van, and they all signed the roof, which was just fantastic. Anyway, in my opinion, one thing I will point out on this is the step. You used to have a tow bar on the van, and we didn't want the tow bar anymore. Plus the fact it was rotten, so we got rid of it. The guy built it, cut a big hole in the back step here and the lower panel to accommodate it, so the step would still fold down. Well, because it's gone, we needed a new panel for here. So my son, who's 14, Benj, I asked him to fabricate me a new panel to go in there, and that's what he did. 14 years old, absolutely brilliant. Look at that. How about that? Very proud of him. Anyway, there you are. So the old camper van's coming on, so it won't be long before it's ready for paint. That'll be an interesting day. I've had this camper van for 10 years or more, and I've never seen it immaculate. So it'd be nice to see it that way. And it'd be the only van I have got that is immaculate, you know. But anyway, there you are. So that's what we've done today. I'm really happy that it's turned out the way it has so far. The little van wants to live, as they all do, and we'll get it there eventually. Not quite yet, but we will. Alright, so that's it from me, Madworks Garage. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be great. Tell your mates, tell your friends, share it around, do whatever you want to do. And incidentally, if you've got a Bedford CA, you ever need any advice, help, parts or anything like that, please contact me. I'll do my best to help you out anyway. Alright, you take care everyone, and stay safe. Bye bye.